Hello everybody, welcome back to my channel, Trading Secrets. This channel is for entertainment purposes only and I am not a financial advisor. So for those of you who do not know, my name is Ali. I have over 20 years experience teaching accounting, economics, business and law. So I would like to use this to help increase your knowledge, reduce your risk and improve your strategy for trading in shares. And this will continue at the end of each lesson. I'll provide a short 5-minute lesson to build your knowledge and increase your strategy, improve your strategy and also reduce your risk. So please watch till the end. Okay, so first stock analysis for today is Churchill Capital, ticker symbol CCIV. This has been trading with a tremendous amount of volume, purely based on rumours. This is Churchill Capital. So if we have a look at this, the company itself is actually a holding company. So there's no actual value in terms of for investors for Churchill itself. So what the investors are actually looking at in terms of the reason why they want to invest in Churchill Capital is purely based on rumours that there is a potential merger with Lucid Motors. So let's have a look at that. So we are now going to have a quick look at the Lucid Motors website and see a little bit about Lucid Motors. So let's have a look at Lucid Motors. So they are an EV company. They're based in the US. And we have a look at their website here. They have plans to develop over 60 sites across 13 states and with headquarters in easy reach of the Silicon Valley. So they're looking at, in terms of their initial capacity, is to produce 10,000 cars a year and eventually with expansion over 300,000 cars a year. So this is going to be a business that is currently not listed on any stock exchange. With this potential merger with CCIV, this could open the doors to huge investment, huge potential growth, and a lot more interest from investors looking to take advantage, which is why the CCIV share price has escalated. So let's look at what caused this CCIV price to escalate. So let's have a look at how these rumors started. So on the 11th of January 2021, through Bloomberg, there was a news report saying that Lucid Motors is in talks to possibly go public through a merger through a SPAC company, which was seen to be as Churchill Capital, ticker symbol CCIV. So this led to a frenzy on the stock market. A lot of volume was directed towards Churchill Capital. I also was one of these investors that received this notification. And if you have a look at the purchase that I made on that same day, 11th of January, at price $12.99. So when I purchased this, it was purely based on speculation. When you are trading, you have to make an instant decision. It's a very, very high risk because this news release is unconfirmed. So as if you look at my previous lessons, share prices can change purely based on rumors. So it's high risk and also high reward. So the risk is, if this rumor is not true, you can potentially lose up to or more than 50% of your investment. So I stepped in straight away. I decided to take a risk, made a judgment that the potential gain is much, much more than worthwhile than taking a risk of losing, purely based on where the rumor came from, which was Bloomberg. So Bloomberg is generally reliable. They've not confirmed it, but they have put out a statement. Lucid Motors and Churchill Capital have not denied anything. So let's look at the additional rumors that happened. If we have a look at some of the other things, there was first of all a tweet. If we have a look at this tweet, this was so a shout out to Hakan, who did a search on a Google search through Saudi. So if we look at Lucid Motors, the connection to Saudi is that if you have a look at the tweet here by Stock Talk Weekly, the connection is that Lucid Motors have £1 billion investment from Saudi Arabia. And then obviously that will be used towards building the Arizona factory. So if we have a look at the in terms of investment from Saudi Arabia, we could potentially see billions and billions of dollars. Saudi Arabia is a country that is funded mainly through oil, so they are looking to diversify that for the future, and it makes sense to get into the EV market, which is the future. Obviously, there is going to be a decline in oil, so this makes sense. So again, all rumor, and this is what's been happening on social media. The other thing that we can see is, again, let's have a look at the tweet of Hakan. So he said, we know that Saudis own a good chunk of Lucid Motors, but why would there be in Riyadh on the 28th of December a spike search for CCIV, Churchill Capital, nothing to do with Lucid Motors. So he's saying he got the information from another tweet through Robin Hood Mafia. So let's have a look at this Google search that he said. So the first spike in search based in Saudi Arabia through Google for CCIV was on the 28th of December. The rumor released through Bloomberg was on the 11th of December, and as you can see, there was a spike in searches in Saudi, and then when it was released on Bloomberg, there was also a spike in rumors there on the 11th. So again, this is all speculation. There's no fact to any of this, which is why it is very, very risky still at this time. So you have to make a judgment. And then finally, we have another tweet here from shout out to GURGAVN, Gavin. So he's come up with a valuation. I personally don't agree with this, but this is what many people on social media are talking about. They're talking about possible market cap of 15 billion, initial share price of $10, shares $1.5. That's the valuation at the moment. And then after the deal goes through, we're looking at potential escalation once the deal is confirmed at $40. This is a target that I do agree with. So I do agree with the deal confirmation price going to $40. So that one I agree with. Current price $15. That has now changed. So it closed at over $22 on Friday. My price prediction for Lucid going forward would be within the next 2 years, possibly $100 plus within the next 2 years. That would be subject to confirmation of the deal. So this is a very, very speculative play, highly risked, lots of volume. Another shout out to Stockmo, who has also invested in CCIV, purely based on speculation with the chance of a huge gain. So put this on your watch list, guys. If you are looking for a strike price, if you see this at anything less than 19, it may be with a risk of a small investment, but only for money you are prepared to lose. So please bear that in mind, because you could lose half of your capital investment on this play. Okay, so now it's time for lesson of the day. Moving on to lesson 7. Quick recap of lesson 6. We looked at moving averages and trend lines. So please refer back to the previous video. This would have been useful for people looking at possibly investing long-term or short-term and using the moving averages to give you an indication of the general change in share price and whether or not you would like to invest. So today we're going to look at gross profit and operating income. So those of you who studied accounting or business, you may be more familiar with the term gross profit and net profit. So for the purpose of accounting here, we're going to look at the term that is used in the financial accounts of companies that we are going to look at is gross profit and operating income. So operating income would be the same as net profit. So we're going to use a company here as an example. So let's have a look at the income statement of Grow Generation. So Grow Generation is a company that I introduced to you in my portfolio reveal video. This is a company that is involved in agriculture, in medicines, in herbal medicines, and is a company that with tremendous growth potential for the future. So please refer back to my video if you wish to consider this as an investment as well. So let's have a look at their accounts. So you've got the total revenue. They have 79.3 million, and their revenue generally means sales. So that's the income generated from selling. Gross profit we can see here is 22.56 million, and operating income here we can see in the accounts is 21.4 million. So let's see what that means. So gross profit, so let's just say imagine they are selling medicine. So if they sell, just we'll use one product as an example, if they sell one box of medicine for £50 and that box of medicine cost them £20, then the gross profit would be £30. So now if we get to operating income, then you would take away things like, as you can see on the example there, you take away things like selling costs, which could include transport and delivery, you take away general expenses, which could be wages of staff, then you take away administration, which could be paperwork, filing, record keeping, etc., and other general expenses, which could be advertising, gas, heating, lighting, etc. So these are what we may know as indirect costs. So you take those away, and that leaves you with your operating income, also known as gross profit. So this is the amount of profit that is taxable. So gross profit is not taxable, net profit or operating income is taxable. So when you are investing in a company, this is quite useful to look at because you want to see, is the company making a profit? So we can see the accounts for 2018, 2019, compare the operating income. Is it going up? Is it going down? If the company is making a loss, that's also no indication. However, the company may be in a market which is growing, so even though they're making a loss, does not necessarily mean you don't have to invest. It could be a growth area where they have high expenses, but with a potential gain in the future based on their investments. So you have to take into account quite a range of things. So next time you are on the Robinhood app, the Webull app, or the Trading 1212 app, any company that you are investing in, click at the bottom, click to the right, trading accounts, company information, and have a read through their accounts and have a quick look at gross profit, net profit. Previous video I looked at assets and liabilities. Please refer back to that video. Hope this information was useful. So thank you very much. That brings us to the end of the lesson and the video today. In the next video I will be looking at stock analysis of Alpine. So please check back in with that tomorrow. That will be very, very informative. And please like, subscribe and share. Thank you very much.